Hello everyone, it's me Krasmir back in the channel with another forecast forex video, weekly analysis for the next week. I hope you will have very successful week, very profitable. Now I will analyze just few of the most traded pairs and some secondary pairs together with the gold pair. So let's get started. Start with the Euro USD. So what I have here is the Euro USD chart, and as you can see, we are on the daily. We are still in this range move right here. What we can see that happened last week is a continuation of the range movement. So we didn't move much above or below this current consolidation right here, but on Thursday you can see a big huge rejection candle, which can mean continuation to the upside of this channel. So we can get or to the previous daily resistance or even higher to this channel resistance right here, and from there we can see another pullback to the previous supports. Or if we go even lower, we can go to the previous, the old support level right here. If you see on the weekly, I'll show you where exactly this level was support and resistance in the past. So let's see again what we have here. We can go to the resistance zone, or we can retest this support level, and if we break, we will head to the lower support zone right here. We are currently in some sort of wedge pattern, and it is the expansion wedge pattern, which says that if we go up higher and if we go back and broke this support zone lower, we can have a move down to this previous zone. So if we get to the daily resistance right here, we will be looking for a sell signals on the resistance zone. Hey yo guys, my wife has just interrupted the video for a second. I wanted to tell you that I will be looking for a sell signals right here. Let me see if we can get it. This is the resistance zone, and from here, if we have some nice sell signal, we can head down to this level, and here will be our first take profit on euro. And the second profit, if we break this level right here, I will definitely take somewhere here around the 1.15 zone area. This is very important level. Of course, the dollar can get strength in any time and just break the support right here and head downwards. But if it goes up, I'll be looking for a sell trade over here. Of course, it's possible to go even higher to the previous resistance zone. Let me show you on the weekly right here. Okay, let's go to the next pair, and it is the EURGBP pair. So what we had on the last week, as I have mentioned in my analysis, is I was expecting a pullback to this previous support zone, and this is exactly what have happened. If you have watched my previous video analysis, you can see that. What we are currently in right now, what do we have right now is a support zone on the daily chart of EURGBP. So what we can see from here is another push back to the upside, or of course the price can decide that it's too much and can go lower, but I actually expect the price to continue higher to the previous resistance zone. And if we move to the 4 hour, we can see some signs for it. For example, this beautiful buy signal over here. This is a very strong bullish candle, which says that a lot of buyers are joining into the market right here. And the second candle is some sort of retest candle, which retests the support zone, couldn't break it, and went back and closed right here. So this for me says very big bullish trend have emerged or appeared in the market. So what I expect is this market to continue higher to these previous lows over here, these previous highs over here, or these previous lows over here. And if we go above them, of course, we can look for take profits on the previous resistance zone. And from there, we can watch for sell signals, or the price can even go higher if this trend continues. That's all for this market. We have to watch it and be patient, because you know, even here we have a small resistance zone. So from here the price can go back and retest the support again, and there will be a very good place for buy signals, and we have to be aware of that. If there are such, or if there is sell signal, we have to take for a sell or a buy. If we break this level above, then we have this W pattern. Let me show you. We have one, we have second, and then we have third and a fourth wave. So this is the double pattern, or the double bottom pattern after a break above the neckline here. Let's say price closes above here, we can expect a move as big as is the height of the formation. So we take the height approximately something like this, we apply it, and we take profit somewhere here in this zone. So whoa, give me a second. We take profit in this current zone, or if you are patient, you can take profit somewhere here. Okay guys, let's move to the next one. And the next one is the GBP USD pair. So what we can see here on this market is this strong bearish, excuse me, I have a new mouse and I can't control it still the best way. We have a still bearish trend right here, which have made a small correction to the upside, like I have said in the previous analysis. So from here we have a strong sell daily signal from the resistance and this doji candle. So what I expect here is continuation to the downside to this previous support, and maybe from there the price can start buying, reaching this resistance zone, and if we break it, we again have the W or the double bottom formation. And if we break this resistance and the price closes over here, we can take a buy trade and expect the price to reach at least this resistance right here. Why? Because we just take the height of the formation, we apply it above the neckline, which is this zone right here, and we take profit at the top of the height. So this is how we trade it. If we have such drop down and another pushback up, we can look for the double top formation trades. Of course, it's possible the price to continue with the uptrend, probably to this resistance zone right here, and from there the price to push lower to the previous support. Of course, don't forget that from this zone, if the price drop, we can sell off, of course, with the right price action evidence, and take profit somewhere here on the next support. So these are all the different scenarios that can happen on this pair, but for now I personally see this as a sell signal, and I expect that the price will pull back down a little bit before something bigger. And if this happens, this trend can continue for a while to this previous support zone. Okay guys, let's move to the next one, and the next one is the EURJPY pair, and what you can clearly see is the end of this strong bullish move. So we are in a current correction. The price is correcting all this bullish rally. So let's take the Fibonacci and see where we can expect the price to turn over. Okay, so here is the 50% of the Fibonacci, here is the 61 and 38%. So this zone is a good level of support that we can reach. Of course, the price can bounce even from the 61 point area and go back to retest this resistance right here. Or we can go down to the 50% zone area and look for buy signals to continue with the bullish setups. Of course, if not enough buyers join the market, the price can sell off even lower. But for now, what I personally expect is from this level we to retest this zone right here. And if you can see, there is a pattern on the top which is called the head and shoulders. We have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder over here, and here is our neckline, something like this. So we can just retest the neckline, and from the neckline we can go down to this support level right here, and this could be a great trade. So if the price pulls back up, you can look for a sell evidence right here on this current zone and take profit on the lower support zone. That's all for this market. If the pattern fail, we can look for a further bullish move to the previous resistance zone, and this will be a very great resistance zone because it acted 3 times as a strong resistance on the daily chart. So you can look for sell signals over there. Let's move to the next one. And the next one is the USDJPY pair. It's a very nice pair. I think I have mentioned this current pattern over here, which is the triangle pattern. As I have explained in my previous video, the way we trade this pattern, we wait for a breakout under the triangle or above the triangle. So we wait for this signal, and from there we take, for example, right here what have happened is we take a sell trade. We can set our stop loss somewhere over here or over here, and our target profit is right here. How much exactly? The height of the beginning of the triangle. So you take the height, you apply it, and you take profit somewhere here. You can take a little bit earlier, you can take at the 100%, it's already on your choice, and you can watch the price action as well. So on the 4-hour chart, you can see exactly how this played out. We had a first try to break here, retest, and a strong break. So from here you could take a sell trade. You could set your stop loss here, or as I have set here, and wait for the profit zone over here. Right now, what the price can do is retest this resistance zone. You know, this was support in the past. This blue zone was a support, but after we broke it, it's now resistance for the price. So after we reach this level, we can look for sell signals to continue the pattern move down to our target profit zone. And let me guys tell you what are the chances the price to continue lower. I didn't mention it in the video, but after a valid break like this one, we have a 75% the price to continue lower. So this is a very good pattern. You can trade it on every chart, on every time frame. It works best on the hard time frames. Don't open sell right here because you're risking too much. Better wait for the price to recover a little bit up and then take a sell trade if you see the right sell signals. Don't forget that in 25% of the cases with such pattern, we will have failure and the price will go higher. So let's watch this and let's see how it will play off. Let's move now to the next pair, and it is the GBPJPY pair. What I like about the GBPJPY pair is that, like all JPY pairs, Euro and USD, they're all moving down. So here we broke a nice trending channel. If you can see, we broke it right here, and we can expect a continuation move to the downside. So it's very likely after we break the uptrend, we to see continuation to this support zone right here. Of course, if we see a bullish trend, we can see a retest of the trend line right here, which is already a resistance, or we can see a retest of this whole daily resistance. Let me show you how the market looks on daily and why this is a resistance for me. As you can see, many times in the past this acted as a support or resistance in the past. So if we reach this zone, we can look for sell signals and we can take profits somewhere here on this support zone or even lower at this support zone. So have in mind this when you're trading this pair. And that's all for this market. Also, don't forget to watch the hard time frames. They will tell you a lot. Like the weekly, you can see that we are currently in a downtrend, so the sell opportunities are huge. And if you can see, we had this dodgy pin bar candle, which means a possible reversal, and then this massive sell signal on the weekly chart. So the price will probably continue its move down. Back on the Forex charts with the next pair, which is the USDCAD pair. And here, as you can see, we are breaking through a very strong channel. Right here, if you can see, the channel have been respected multiple times in the nearest past. This is the daily chart on the USDCAD pair. And what we are currently having right now is breakout of this channel. So what happens very often with such break is a start of a new trend. So if the dollar gets strength on the next week, we can expect the further moves to the upper resistances. And let me show you how I will now draw my resistances. So we can see on the daily clearly that here we have one resistance level. Why? Because the price multiple times respected it as a resistance and support back in the past. So this is a good resistance level for those who took a buy trade early on the buy opportunity. They can take profit there, or the price can even go a little further to this zone right here, which have been, maybe even we can do it a little bit like this. It was a resistance right here, resistance, resistance again, and here it was a support and support over here. And of course the price can correct, for example, to this zone, and from here we can go down continuing the strong bearish trend, because the dollar was very weak the last days. So not much to say right here. I want to remind you that here we have a very strong support zone, and it can be easily tested one more time in the nearest future. So let's move to the USDCHF pair, and there is almost the same situation. We still didn't see a breakout of the trend line. We don't have a clear sign that possible reversal is happening, but we are currently in the resistance of the trend line, and from here the price can just continue going lower, or if we break it, our target will be, if we break the trend line, we can definitely see some retest of this resistance zone. If we break it, we are heading higher to these previous lows over here and to this previous resistance over here. So this is if the dollar gets strength on the next days and week. Basically what we are doing here, when we have such consolidation for a long period of time, we wait for a breakout or above the consolidation or below the consolidation, and if we have it, we can just take the height of the consolidation, we can apply it above if we see a breakout above, and take profit somewhere here at the top, like I said, at the previous lows right here, so the same size. And if the price continues lower, we can take the height, apply it under the support zone right here, and we can take a profit if we were bearish around this level over here. So this is pretty much for this pair. I don't want to go in very deep details. We have to wait for the breakout move, and this is very important. Let's just switch to the 4-hour. Well, nothing special here. Another way to trade these consolidations in these range motions up and down is, like I have said in previous videos, buy at the lows and sell at the highs. Okay, the next one is the AUDUSD. As you can see, we're still trending up, retesting this zone right here. This is a strong daily resistance. As you can see, we had a strong sell-off on the Friday, but still not so strong to take a sell trade. So what is very possible to happen is to retest back the resistance zone right here, and from there, if the dollar gets strength, we can see a push down to these previous lows over here, or even lower to this support zone, or even lower to this daily support, which is very beautiful. Strong support zone, strong level where we can take, or where first we'll be looking for a buy signals, and then we can take a buy trades. Also possible scenario is if the dollar continue being so weak, is we to break this resistance and head even higher. But for now, I expect a little bit more of consolidation moves around this resistance. Okay, so let's move to the next one. And what is the next one? This is the gold, my favorite pair for the last 2 weeks. And as you can see, here we have another triangle pattern. It's very interesting because on the last analysis, my triangle was looking like this. And if you zoom in, this was a good touch of the tops. But last week we broke this trend line 2 times, but the price kept returning into the triangle shape. So I remarked my triangle with this shape, which I think now it's better because we still have the touches of the tops. But now from here, what we can expect, if the price breakouts from this trend line, we can see a move up to this resistance zone right here, and this is very likely to happen with this triangle pattern, like 75% of this to happen if we have a valid close above the triangle. But if we break out the lower support zones right here, the triangle resistance and the daily resistance, we can see a push down to these previous lows right here. And as I have shown you on the video that I explain how to trade the triangle pattern, I will set a link below the video so you can check it again if you have missed. We take the height of the triangle, we apply it after the breakout if there is such, and we take profit here on the previous resistance or here where is the maximum height. So you take the height, you apply it after the breakout. If it's a bearish breakout, you take profit somewhere here or here, and this is actually a very good zone for taking profits, because if you see on the weekly chart right here, these are the two zones, and in the past it was a good resistance and support zone. So have in mind this when you're trading the gold pair. We are waiting for the breakout of this triangle pattern. And I have some clues that the breakout can be bearish because of these rejections right here and this bearish candle right here on the daily basis. Okay guys, this is all for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed my analysis. If you're new to the channel, you can easily subscribe and see the rest of my videos. If you have already been part of this Rich Spirit channel, I wish you very successful trading week and see you in the next videos. So for now, peace.